Hey guys, welcome to Game or Pass, a new series where I take a random game from Microsoft's Game Pass collection and play it for as long as I can stomach to make a simple verdict. Game or Pass. The first game up is Ravenlok, an indie action role-playing game developed and published by Canadian studio Coco Cucumber, which is hard to write and harder to say. Let's get down to basics, because this game is as basic as it gets. Collect quests from random blocky character, swing sword at bad things, collect random doohickamobob, return aforementioned doodad to blocky character, rinse and repeat. The whole game took me a little over 3 hours to complete, mostly comprised of fetch quests and combat that... yeah. Combat is very simplistic. But in some ways, this makes it an ideal game for Games Pass. If I'd paid money for this, I have to admit I would probably feel a bit underwhelmed. But since I could download it for free and beat the whole experience in a single evening of gameplay, I'm actually inclined to like some of the things I would find otherwise frustrating. Ravenlok wears its Alice in Wonderland inspiration on its sleeve, travelling through mirrors in an effort to stop an evil queen intent on ruling the land, while rabbits, card guards and other random fantasy figures attempt to aid or hinder my progress. The game opens by letting you name your character and giving you a dog. 2 big ticks right there. Can you pet the dog? You can. That gets you a gold star game. You can dress your dog up, so I obviously gave him shades because my unnamed dog is an absolute lad. The various companions you meet along the way are all pleasant enough, though I admit I forgot their names almost immediately. Ravenlok sets the tone early by making you run errands for your parents, before almost immediately abandoning your dog and whatever clever name you gave your character, replacing it with the moniker of Ravenlok and filling the dog companion-shaped hole in your heart with a sword and shield. Fair trade. Nearly every character you meet needs you to do something for them, and being the charitable sap that you are, you happily and eagerly agree to whatever stupid task they request. From collecting ingredients for a witch's potion, which you end up having to make anyway, to checking in on a mad botanist who's trying to resurrect his dead wife, you'll constantly have a to-do list running in the background. Whilst initially frustrating, this does help to keep the short game running along at a steady pace. You'll always feel the next goal is within your grasp, except for collecting all 18 of the figurines, the one task I left unfinished. Not only are these little fuckers a bit tricky to spot sometimes, you have to do this weird jig to even get them off their furry butts to join your collection. It's not a strong look. You'll unlock special skills as the game progresses, but essentially it boils down to 3 buttons to attack, dash and block. I'll be honest with you, blocking was almost entirely useless. You're better off just constantly attacking than dashing back on occasions where it gets a bit crowded. Actually, just dash everywhere, it's quicker. The biggest enemy you'll deal with is the camera. Combat takes place within the 360 space of the arena, but the camera will reluctantly swing about 5 degrees from side to side. Move too far into the arena and you'll lose track of all enemies behind you. This can be especially infuriating with enemies that charge you. Luckily the combat is not challenging, so you'll rarely, if ever, find yourself stuck on a boss fight. Where possible, use the Dark Souls tactic of getting under the enemy's feet and wailing on their tender giblets. Job done. So, verdict time. To tell you the truth, I kinda expected to start this series with a pass rating. This game seemed overly simplistic, the plot derivative, and the sheer number of fetch quests infuriating. Yet after the first hour passed, I felt compelled to carry on playing, and didn't really stop until I'd completed the game. Everything about it, from the playstyle to the visuals to the music, is quite charming. So against all the odds, Ravenlok gets a game verdict. You'll finish it in one evening, but you'll have fun along the way. And there we go. Thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, be sure to do unspeakable things to the like button, and maybe give the subscription button a little tickle on your way out. I am planning on releasing more videos in this series as well as others along the way, so yeah, hope to see you in the future. Ta-ra!